So when I was in college, I was working on a piece of when I was in college getting my education degree at elementary, I had to take an elementary art class.
Mm.
And it wasn't an art class for kids. It was an art class, it was an adult art class on how to teach elementary art to children. So we're learning how to teach art to kids. So the
Okay.
professor was this really short, little, cute, little eccentric lady. She had full of pep and she was just extremely artistic and creative. And
Hmm.
her mantra to us was to provide tools for the kids to be creative, but don't
Mm.
tell them how to do it. Just
Ah.
give them an open-ended. So one day she
Mm.
came into class and she had this great big huge box of junk. It's
Hmm.
one of those just rick-rack junk in the box. She had
Yeah.
bottle caps and she had little everything you could think of. Everything that she
Mm.
collected over the years it was a massive box. Scraps of this, scraps of that. If you're an art teacher, you're going to have a lot of it. Beads,
Mm.
jewels,
Oh,
treasures, toy
yeah.
parts, paper clips, anything. Okay. So she handed each of us a round piece of cardboard,
Hmm.
scissors and glue, and said, "Now make a pizza."
Huh.
And we had to take what was ever was in the box, and we had to
Mhm.
create a pizza out of it. And we were
Oh.
college students, and we were, we all knew each other. We were all in the same classes together, and we're sitting around a
Mhm.
box of junk, and we start laughing, and we start having the best time. It was probably one of the most memorable classes I ever had.
Huh.
Individual classes. We had so much fun making our pizzas, and by the time we were done, everybody's pizza was uniquely different. And
Yeah.
I learned a really powerful lesson that day because if she had given us an example, if she had shown us a pizza, she said,
Mm.
"I want you to make a pizza," and had held up a pizza for us to make, we
Right.
all probably would have emulated parts or a lot of what she did. But
Mm.
because she just said,
Exactly.
"Make a pizza," we were
Mhm.
free to create in a very open-ended way. I still
Yeah.
have my pizza. I still
Oh.
have it in a file up in my my education stuff because
Hmm.
it was just such a cool activity.
Yeah.
I So one of the other things that I learned was that from her was that if you have to make a sample, because sometimes you do have to show the children what to do, if you
Mm.
have to make a sample, make a really bad one.
Oh.
Make your sample really bad. Like, and I
Uh-huh.
do that. When I teach at our at when in any class that I teach, my samples are always really pitiful. They are
Mm.
just kind of this is kind of what I want it to look like, but not much. And
Right.
moms and dads, when we create, when we try to show our kids or when we're doing stuff with them and anything that we do, and if what we create is perfect, then what it
Mhm.
ends up doing, it ends up putting this pressure on your child to be perfect too. So
Right.
if what I give them as a sample is perfect, then
Mm.
my children are going to, I've raised a bar that is too high for them to reach, especially our kindergarten, first, second graders who are struggling to cut paper and struggling to
Yeah.
glue, and the globs of glue are on there, and they are never going to have what you've just created. And if
Mhm.
yours is perfect, then they're going to feel bad in their little souls because they can't measure up. But if we have to
Right.
show them an example, then we have to be like, just as like, "Mommy made this and it's not very good. So you do so, and you don't have to do yours like mine." That is my other mantra. You never have to
Mm.
copy me. You can do whatever you want. Just kind of,
Right.
we're making this. You can kind of do it like that. And that
Mhm.
frees them so much to just be creative.